What's up, everybody? This is Erik from GB Games, and this is another dev vlog for Dracanea, the Ragtag Regalia, our upcoming video game. Today we're just doing some more work in Unity, working on Bella Coast, a tropical area. The map is pretty blank, so we'll try to build it up a little, see how far we get before things start to get uninteresting and rambly. So let's start off with do some trees, because I feel like generally when I'm working on maps, the easiest thing to do is start with the trees and then take it from there, because you could fill in, I mean, at least in like the routes and like the outside of the wilderness, I feel like it makes sense to go with the trees first. There's no buildings for the most part. You got this wall here, but different from like a town where you got buildings and all sorts of little doodads and gizmos. So trees make up a lot of the bulk of what you're really dealing with in like the outside areas, I feel like. Guess we'll go with some green grass, because this is supposed to be a tropical area, so we're not going to do anything yellow. Yellow is more desert vibe, I guess. And let's see what else we got. Got our hibiscus. We made these the other day. It's tropical route, so gotta have hibiscus. Come on. And what else can we have? We'll do a couple of rocks, because it is the shoreline. So let's go pull out some boulders, throw those in there. And you know what? If we're doing the beach grass, should probably get some low beach grass as well. Got that. And also, what else can we, oh, ferns too. That's tropical. We'll worry about flowers and stuff later. So, alright, let's throw all these into the objects hierarchy here. Alright. So in the actual game, this is like tropical coastline in the south. Kind of ironic that I'm working on this, considering how crappy the weather has been here in New York. On Long Island, at least, we got hit with the remnants of a tropical storm last week, or into the weekend. Not exaggerating, it rained for like 4 days straight. We had 1 day of no rain. And that was yesterday. It was actually like a beautiful fall day. The weather was awesome. And then today it got kind of crappy again. I don't know what happened. When I was driving earlier at my day job up in the Huntington area, started drizzling, and as far as I knew, it was supposed to be another nice day today. And then after all that, gonna rain tomorrow and Saturday again. So yay! No more sunlight. You know what? Actually, while I'm at it, since this is like this area, this entrance here is supposed to be the entrance to this big fancy hotel, the like Bella Resort, which no real inspiration for it in real life, but this whole area is sort of based on just like Fire Island and the amusement park area that's later on. More based on Coney Island. But here we go. This is what I was looking for. Since this is a fancy resort, they get nice white, like, marble columns. Not the gray ones, not the sandy yellow ones we use for the desert. So place one of these here. Get these three. I'll move them over onto this side as well. Trying to get them lined up. I just got a new mouse about a week ago, and this thing is super clicky. It's really like, listen to that. I don't like it. I do not like that at all. But hopefully it gets broken in soon. Where were we? Okay, so let's start filling out these hibiscus. I don't know if we could fill them out around here. Make a cluster of them, so they kind of grow in like big swaths. Actually, while we're talking about hibiscus, I have a confession to make. when I was a little kid, and I mean little, so this is why this is so stupid. But when I was like 5 years old, I first found out, oh, there's a plant called hibiscus. I thought they were called hibiscuits, and I swear, as a dumb, tiny little kid, I thought that they was called a hibiscus, and you could grow biscuits on them. I know, really dumb, but again, like I said, I was like 5. You hear stuff when you're a little kid. I'll do some trees more too. I mean, gotta get the more like the beach area, but I'm trying to just start off here. It's tough. I feel like it's a tough balance. I've found a lot so far while working on the exteriors. It's a tough balance between trying to have like a million things so that it looks like a, actual environment. Like you could just Control D over and over and over and just, have a million things all over the map. Versus if you don't put enough stuff, it doesn't really look realistic. Like if I just called it a day here, like, all right, you got trees, you got some flowers, you got a rock there. What more do you need? I guess that leans more into like game philosophy design, like, or more like art design philosophy, I suppose. But I guess it's one of those things you just kind of have to know when it's good. I'll try to work more in the beach here. It's tricky with beaches. I feel like I've never actually been to a beach that has a lot of just like trees and stuff on the sand itself. I feel that might be more of like tropical island sort of places where you're just like walking around. There's palm trees right on the beach, like thickets of beautiful like flowers and like tropical plants. I mean, we don't have many palm trees at all. Like, obviously up in the north, although there are. I think I've mentioned in another video because palm tree is my favorite type of tree. I don't know why, but I've mentioned in another video that we actually do have a breed that we can grow up here. I have 2 of them growing down in not the parking lot, but like alongside like the parking lot. So, but we don't have them growing everywhere. So mostly you just deal with palm trees like, ornamental stuff that they just put out and let it die, which is sad come wintertime. Anyway, reason I was rambling about that being I've never really been to many like super tropical beaches where you might maybe see stuff like this, where it's just like a little grove on the beach itself. And I guess that seems, honestly, I feel like that's probably like a Hawaii thing. I've never been to Hawaii. I'd love to go someday. You know what? I'm thinking, this has been a long time coming, speaking of palm trees. I'm thinking I may need something besides just this one. I'm going to see if we could create something new. Make like a smaller, like chunkier version. Because obviously there's all different species. And that should help to break up some of the just sameness of a lot of these a lot of the areas. Because we've been working on beach areas the whole past week. Maybe it's my inner summer child just longing for summertime, since I'm recording this at the end of September, and yeah, like I said, the weather's been kind of ass lately, so maybe this can inspire the weather to just hold out a little tiny bit longer before it starts to get really chilly. Let's pull up. What do we got? Let's see. There's our palm tree. pattern here. Okay. So I'm thinking is, first off, I gotta separate this so that we have the fronds separate from the trunk. That we can change the proportions of this. Not sure what it's saying. Okay. So we got the fronds over there. So now we can work on the trunk here. Clean this up a little bit. And since this is going to be a little stubbier, a little shorter, you know, I might actually just get rid of this and start from scratch, because I don't know if that'll translate well now that I'm looking at it. Let's see. Change the opacity of this down. Give this I'll give it an outer glow, since everything, almost every art asset in the game gets an outer glow. That's just the art style that I've always gone with. I want it to look, you know, the whole game is supposed to look kind of, you know, colorful and cheery, like a coloring book or a storybook. So we make good use of the outer glow effect in Photoshop. It's silly because I've had people in the past tell me like, oh, you're using you're using transparent brushes with feathering, you know, instead of just using just the pencil tool and having it be in like hard, strict pixels. And you know, I've had people tell me that that's amateur, and then, you know, if there's artifacts left over, it's not gonna. I mean, if there are, you know, if you have any of the like transparent like brush artifacts left over, yeah, that's amateur. Like, can't deny that. But I don't know. I personally, I've always wanted to, like I said, have it look like, you know, like a coloring book almost. But to do that, the hard pixel look doesn't really work. Okay, here's what we gotta do, actually. To make this easier myself, I'll have to set up, I'll do this. Make use, I'll turn on symmetry, that'll help. Okay, let's get rid of the palm fronds for a second. And we can turn that. Okay. So we want this to be. You know what? Hang on a sec. Let me think. Dwarf Palmetto. Get a picture. These are a little too stubby. You want a little bit of a trunk. That's more what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, all right, I think that's okay. So we got a little bit of a taper. It goes in the middle. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna start in. Oh, that's a little too thick. Still a little too thick. Okay, that looks good. Try to round that off a little. Oh, this is real exciting, I'm sure, for anyone watching. Just love that. Just Control Z over and over and over. And then, since this is going to eventually, ideally, just place the fronds back over. Don't really need to do much in the way of fish. That. Okay. Oh, forgot to take it off the pattern. There you go. There's your palm tree right there. Whoopsie. Okay, let's get rid of this weird outline that we get here. Fill this in. Whoops. And this is still a little bit chunkier than I'd like to at the bottom. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure this is real thrilling for anyone who may be watching. Who knows? Maybe you got this on at bedtime, you're zenning out to it. If you do, hopefully you get something out of this. Whether you're having on as background noise or bedtime noise. Hopefully no one is actually like really glued to the screen like, oh man, what are they doing? Are they gonna finish on? I'm really invested in this. Don't get that invested in it. It's not that interesting. Okay. So if I make these reappear, alright, I may... Okay, I could probably recycle those fronds. Meantime, let's see here. Like, I'm gonna give this a pattern effect just so it's not quite flat. We'll go to our textures. We'll do a multiply. Let's see which one. Oh yeah, that looks good. The hardwood floor pattern on the tree. That looks perfect. Spot on. How about have a wood grain? Well, that one's not bad actually. If I change it to a different. All right, I think that works because I'm gonna draw some additional effects on it anyway. Give this better detailing. Okay, go to a darker color. Now then, let's see. Get these little spike designs. Actually, do they go up or down on a real tree? Oh yeah, they're going up. So yeah, they kind of go up and then... Okay, whoops, wrong window. I'll zoom in a bit. This helps a little. Get this pattern layout off so we can get that color back. Okay, so we got these little spikes coming off. And now we can, here we go. There we go. That's looking like a palm tree. Oh yeah, that's what we needed. Not bad. Not bad. I don't hate that. Okay. Now we just need to give this a little bit of lighting. So let us rasterize the style, the layer style. Whoa, that's a big brush. I don't remember what I was doing that I had to have such a big brush size. Whoops. Here we go. Do midtones. Gives a little bit of shading. Yeah. Okay. Again, what is this? 102 pixels. What was I working on? Probably a portrait or something. Jeez. Okay, so we got the fronds back now. That's a little big, so let's squish this down. Well, actually, which interpolation are we using? Smoother? No, we want sharper. Okay. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, flip this horizontally just to make it a little different look. You know what? Also, let's rotate this a little. Let's see, how's that look? Did it get distorted too much? You know what? I'm not crazy about the way this leaf is kind of just... Actually... If we... Yeah, can't rotate it, because if I rotate it, it kind of throws off the perspective of that back leaf. I could probably rotate it just a teensy bit. Okay. That's not bad looking. You know what? Alright, I don't hate that at all. So, let's just adjust the color a bit. Make these maybe a little more bluish. Okay, so we fix that yellowishness, go with the greens. I could make it more blue, or I can make it more yellow. Oh, I don't know which one I like. We'll go with a little bit more blue. Okay. Change this brush. So let's just lighten this up a teensy bit. Since we flipped it, the shadowing is a little bit swapped. There we go. All right, look at that. That's just a nice, cute little palm tree. All right, let's export this. Get into Unity. We'll get into Unity once Photoshop actually loads the export window. And okay, we'll name this Palm Tree 3. Palm Tree 3. Rhymes. You know what? We'll save this just in case we want to play with it later. Sprites. Palm Tree. Small. Alright, back into Unity. Now, where did we save that? Okay, map objects. Palm Tree 3. Set that to the native pixel per unit. That's fine. We don't need any compression because it's a little sprite. Hey, there we go. All right. What a happy little palm tree. Look at that. Invoke my inner Bob Ross. That's a happy little palm tree. Okay, let us set it up so we can do a prefab for it. Get this box collider in. Yeah, that should be good enough like that. Put it on the characters, give it a sorting group. Characters layer, set it to 1. And I think that should be pretty damn good. I think that should be, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's got it. Okay, so we'll send that into the objects prefabs, and cool. So now we got some palm tree variety. And yeah, that looks pretty damn good. We'll set those up, and where are we at here? I think we could probably call it quits for the time being. I think we got to go on a little side Photoshop excursion, did some drawing. I could finish this map up another time, but I think that'll do it for now. So, hopefully you got something out of this video, like I said, whether it be some background noise or relaxing, or if you just want to watch some nobody do some indie game design. So we appreciate you watching, and in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out Dracanea the Ragtag Regalia when it eventually releases someday far off in the future. But until then, you can watch the channel, and I hope that we can count on you to, I don't know, subscribe, like, whatever, the whole 9 yards. We're still far off from releasing, but until then, thanks for watching.